There's a number of interesting things that start to come into play when you are working from home. And I've been working from home on and off for about 10 or 12 years now, I would say. And so I want to share with you a couple of things that I've learned that are very, very, very important, aside from the absolute basics. The absolute basics are like having a good workspace and, having a space that's different to where you're living and blah, 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 all of those things. Number one is state changes. State changes mean when you are finishing work mode and you want to switch into home mode, you need to have a state change. Now, that for me means changing my clothes. So I actually change out of my work clothes. I've got a work uniform, which is a black shirt. I take off my work uniform and I change into different clothes. Sometimes it will literally be going for a 3 or 5 minute walk outside the house, or I'll be, doing something different, or it might be a little workout, but just something to kind of like break my frame of being in work mode and then switching to being in home mode. It may be changing the music at home. It may be changing the aroma at home, burning incense or something like that. It might be opening a door that was closed. But having a ritual around the state change from work mode to home mode, and of course in the morning from home, personal, family mode to work mode, is very, very important for you to manage. And I'd recommend you decide whatever that ritual looks like for you, but then be very militant about making sure you do that. If you want to work from home and if your team want to work from home, it is very easy to fall into the trap where your work life and your personal life kind of like mold into one. And, in the worst cases, I've heard of, people waking up, rolling out of bed, or rolling over in bed, staying in bed and opening their laptop and getting to work. And, that's just so unhealthy. It is absolutely not sustainable over any period of time. It immediately will lead to employee burnout. But, without that polarity of the work mode and home family mode, just doesn't work. I've got other recommendations like managing the notifications on your mobile phone. My recommendation is basically you switch all your work notifications off, apart from chat. Leave your email notifications off, leave your project notifications off. The only notifications you should really have on your phone are chat, because that's like the, hey, something is urgent. And then I would also recommend that you make use of the out of office tools if you're using Google Workspace as well, to help you mute and silence your notifications too. So what that looks like, I can open up a new event, and I can click out of office and I can say, all right, today I'm actually out of the office, and it's going to automatically decline any events that my team have set for me. And it's also going to let my team know when they try and chat to me that I'm actually out of the office. And so let me go ahead and open up. I've got a chat here from one of my team members, Aya, who's actually just messaged me this morning and said, hey, I've got she's got some domestic situation. She needs to take emergency leave. You can see right down the bottom of the chat here, there's a little message that says she is out of office and back on Thursday. So little tools like that inside the Google ecosystem make it very easy for you to be notified when your team members are out of the office or not available, and for your team to know what you're up to as well. Using something like Google Chat also allows you to have status inside your chat. It used to be called presence, or known as presence in the IT world. But you can see here that automatically my status has been updated to in a meeting, because right now I'm in a meeting. So anyone who's dropping me a message on Google Chat knows that I'm in a meeting because it's linked into my Google Calendar. But if I want, I can choose it to do not disturb, or I can even say I'm away today, or I'm away till XYZ time, and it's going to mute my notifications and let the rest of the team know what I'm up to. So these are little signals that normally you would know someone's not in the office when you're in the office, because they just don't come to work. These are the kind of things that tech can really help us to get our heads around. The last thing that I will mention is making sure you manage the polarity between your personal relationships at home. And I'm sharing this with you so you can also share it with your team as well. For those that are new to working at home or haven't worked at home before, relationship dynamics can change in your personal relationships. If you have a partner or you have other family at home, if you are spending much more time together, you actually miss out on the polarity of spending time apart. And, the heart grows fonder with some distance and with some yearning. You want to make sure that you have ways to have distance and to have space. Anyone who's been stuck working with their spouse on lockdown over the last couple of years would probably know that it can get a bit crazy if you're in someone's space 24 hours a day, particularly if you also have the added, stresses of work on top of things as well. And so having a system and a way of managing that, whether that's exercising separately or doing activities separately, or one of you going to a co-working space from time to time, or or you alternating your days at different offices if you're going into an office sometimes. They are all very important for you to manage and to think about, but to also educate your team on as well, because your team might not actually think about these things. And creating a culture of healthy working at home is very important for you if you are leading your business and leading a remote company. And so you've got to be the expert at it, and you've also got to share it with your team as much as possible. If you like this content, please hit subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live or drop new content on the channel. Now, if you'd like to connect with us, hit us up on social media or join our free community group. All the links to that are right below this video. If you'd like to learn more about Google Workspace and the technology ecosystem, you can join our free Genius Academy by transferring your billing across to itGenius. Or you can join a Workspace Basics Bootcamp. Now, if you're a business owner and you're interested in an audit on your technology stack or your Workspace account, or you're looking to do a project in the tech world, well, you can take advantage of our free consultation. And if you need help right now, then consider joining Concierge or taking up a quick fix with our team for professional support for your tech stack.